that Grandma, your mom, Grandpa, your dad, and Leon would be very disappointed in you. Karma is coming for you, and I hope you realize how bad this upsets me. Have fun in prison because you deserve it. Yeah, that's what I want to see right there, is you crying.
The reaction in the courtroom today as the judge sticks with the plea deal. The former Sheriff Jamey Noel officially be given a total of a 12-year prison sentence, 3 years on probation, after Judge Larry Medlock accepted that deal after listening to some tough testimony, as you saw right there. It's a story our focus team's been following for over a year now. Noel showing emotion and speaking publicly for the first time. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Profit.
And I'm Connie Leonard. Now, Noel is guilty of stealing over $4 million from his fire and EMS companies and misusing his power as sheriff. Focus reporter Travis Breeze and photojournalist Emma Gefter covered the final day of the case. And Travis, there was a lot of emotion in that courtroom today. What was it like?
There certainly was, Connie, and those victim impact statements took 3 hours. And then before we took a break, we heard that Jamey Noel was going to speak. And, a lot of us weren't sure if that was going to happen. I don't really think that he started to cry and that his emotion got unlocked until he heard the emotion from the victims. As you just heard from Hope Noel when she called him out, that was the first time when he cried. So he did show some remorse in the courtroom today, and he'll have 12 years now to think about his actions.
I confess to Almighty God, to you, my brothers and sisters, that I have sinned through my own thoughts and my words, what I've done and what I've failed to do.
Jamey Noel tearing up, struggling to make it through the handwritten speech that he may have made at the Scott County Jail. Judge Larry Medlock took a lot of time to decide whether he would accept this plea deal, including listening to victims. One of the victims was Susanna Worrell, whose brother-in-law, Red, died from a medical event at a polling place on Election Day 2023. She says it took 27 minutes from the time they called 911 until Red arrived at the hospital.
Could Red still be alive today if the ambulance had arrived faster? Possibly.
Medlock said he and his office investigated all possible sentences for Noel and feels this may have been the best one.
Everybody wants you to do a lifetime in prison. And maybe that's what you deserve. But the law will not allow me to do that.
One of the questions we asked the special prosecutor after this was over is, will Jamey Noel be assigned to a prison yet today? He said that that's up to the Department of Corrections and we can't be totally sure. Judge Medlock did have the power to change a few things in the plea deal. He said that Jamey Noel will spend his 3 years of probation in Washington County, and he gave him $10,000 of court fees for every one of the felonies that he pleaded guilty to. Doug, Connie?
Well, Travis, as we've been talking, Judge Larry Medlock was certainly the wild card in all of this. He had shown no patience with Jamey Noel, but the judge got exactly what he wanted today, testimony from the very specific victims he really wanted to hear from.
He did. He kind of held their hand, a few of them, as they were speaking. Some of them who had a family member died, he said, I'm so sorry for what you've gone through. The mayor of Charlestown, Treva Hodges, spoke, and he thanked her for her job and apologized if they didn't get any money that they should have through Jamey Noel's crimes. So yes, he did get what he wanted from those victim impact statements, Doug.